right, welcome. Let's get juicy. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I am
let's.
so grateful to be here with my beloved soul sister, Melissa. I am Christina Littman. This is Melissa Bradley, and we are the Juicy Girls. So we are so grateful to be here with you. And I just invite us all into the center of the center. If we can close our eyes, we'll do an opening prayer, and then
Hmm.
we'll start this divine dance with God. Shall
Sounds
we?
juicy to me.
All
Yes.
right, let us turn within, close our outer eye.
Hmm.
I invite us all to take a deep and cleansing breath, just feeling into the fantastical ways in which God is breathing us right now, allowing this sparkly breath to just open up our heart, connecting to our soul, just becoming fully present with what's alive in us right now. How grateful I am for Let's Get Juicy Godcast. What a joy it is to recognize how grateful we are to be here now in the midst of love divine. Grateful to know that God is infinite, God is omnipresent, God is unlimited, God known by many names and no name, fully expressed, fully create in creation right here and now. I am, we are one, fully aligned in our unity presence through our breath, through our heartbeat, that God is breathing and beating our heart right now in one syncopation of the divine. And so I bless our time together. I know that Let's Get Juicy Godcast is mmm, juicy,
Hmm.
fully expressed, and supportive of this loving measure that we are all on this adventure together, learning and growing and becoming more and never less than our true essence. That is who and what we really are. So I just allow this expression of the one power, one presence, God, to unfold magically, mysteriously, and in the fullness of the juiciness in the here and
Hmm.
now. And I
Hmm.
allow it to be, and so it is. Amen.
Oh, so it is an amen. Oh, thank
Mm.
you so much, my sacred sister. I mean, what a joy to be here too. We're both on Maui at the same time. And,
Yes.
I was at a fruit stand yesterday and we bought some mangosteens and just the
Wow.
juiciness, right, of life. And as we've explored so many times, the sharing here really is about juicing everything, like juicing it all. What we might deem in interpretation land is, good or bad or, just all of it. What all of it is welcomed here. And so yeah, this is a space to come and to be held, to be seen, to be heard, to be loved. So
Yes.
with
Yes.
that being shared, what are we excited to juice today?
I wanted to add what you just shared because it was so beautiful in our intention. Our
Yeah.
intention of this Godcast is to be so real, to be
Yeah.
so real, to be solely real,
Mm,
SOUL,
love
solely
that.
real.
Solely
And
real.
and
Mm.
we both of us are so committed to the improvisation of God, like being
Yes.
channels, right? So
Yeah.
we just start off on this journey. We have a little bit of a preface together ahead of time to say, hey, what's alive in you? What wants to be juiced? And then we begin with the beginning and then we just take off. And
Yes.
so what we established today in our juiciness is this place of what it means, not what, where, when, why. When did we learn that we had to contort ourselves as women, as girls, as little
Mm.
girls? I know for me, it went back way back. When was it not okay to be who we are as we are, right? So here you and I, we were kind of having a discussion about these perfect podcasts, right? They look professional. This is how the conversation started.
Yeah.
And it unfolded and we both went, ooh, this is something really juicy to talk about
Yeah.
because where do we in our lives find that, well, we need to wait until we have the professionalism or until it looks a certain way or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah, or until we're a certain way, right? Like I remember, I 100% know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure any woman listening to this would know what you're
right?
saying. I think we all have that ding ding thing, like, oh yeah, I know this one very well. And I think so many times too, it starts as teenage girls, right? Looking at magazines. I mean, these days we didn't grow up with social media. Can you imagine, what all the images that these young girls are seeing on social media of, this is what's beautiful and this is not beautiful. And, this is how a stomach should look, or this is how a breast should be, or a booty, or, your face. And so I think so many times it does start with that physical appearance. I have to be perfect in order for, a man or a woman, however you be with that, to choose me, right?
Yeah.
And the training is so young. I mean, I remember, I don't know about you, but putting on copious amounts of makeup. I
Oh my
didn't.
God. And do
Oh
you
my
remember the big
God.
hair? Like big
Oh,
hair,
up to
hairspray.
here. And I would bleach it. I would bleach my hair. I mean, so much bleach, which was completely unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
To fit an ideal that was impossible to fit because it wasn't who
exactly.
we are. Like there
Yeah,
is nobody like you and there's nobody like me. And here
that's
we
right.
are trying to be the same image. Imagine a world where everybody looked like Barbie. Like that was my first experience and expression. And I remember being a little girl being basically fed this.
Yes.
Everybody had Barbies. And I remember going to my girlfriend's house and I'm looking at these Barbies and I'm like, well, I'm not blonde. I don't have blue eyes. I don't have boobs like that. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm a little girl thinking about this.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's where it starts, so it starts so young. Yeah. I mean, how old are we when we're playing with Barbies and we're seeing that this is the ideal, I mean, body that we
I
should
was six
have?
years old. I remember I was 6 years old
Yeah, or maybe
and
even
I
younger, but
hated Barbie. Like I grew a hatred towards this plastic, literally plastic doll.
right.
I
Yeah.
would throw her literally. People would give me Barbies, and I would, in
Mm,
rejection, turn the oven on and
mm.
throw them in the oven. My mother was so mortified
I
that
bet.
here I am. Like, think about it. She's like, oh my God, my 6 year old is melting her Barbie dolls. I'm like, I don't want these. They
I
don't
am
look
not
like me,
surprised knowing you. That makes perfect sense.
right? I was just like, no, thank you. No, thank
Mm,
you. And um, this is a funny story. I would much rather have been Ken than Barbie in
uh,
those how we would play with Barbies. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, so I'm trying to contort so that I can be part of. And I'm like, okay, well, this is what they're doing at this time. I guess I have to, if I want to play, I have to contort myself to be in this play.
yeah. Literally, yes. And I totally understand that. I felt that, when we were first exploring this and again for everyone listening, like tuning in to where was that moment for you. And so often it's about, wanting to win somebody's approval. And
Yeah,
typically it's a parent, right? And typically for a female, for a young girl, she wants to win the approval of her dad. And
yeah.
so basically I was raised with a tennis racket in my hand.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how old I was, but I was young. My parents loved tennis, and I think they had a dream of having a professional tennis player in the family. And I was
Wow.
being groomed for that. And they literally, I had coaches that had played in Wimbledon, And I would, I was out there every day doing the drills. And when I tune in with that, and again, the sharing of this is for me never about anybody's fault, right?
Right.
This is just the dynamic that played out. And I think it played out in so many of our lives as women trying to get it perfect. So I mean, I was like, this is the perfect storm because I feel like I came in with the not good enough programming. Like I
Right.
literally think I came
Same
onto the
here.
planet with that. And so I already had the not doing it right and not good enough. Okay, how perfect is that? Then you have a racket with a ball and you need to get that ball inside the lines,
Right.
right? And how many
Wow.
times did I hit that ball outside the lines? And my dad, I would be in professional tennis tournaments, he would come and I specifically remembering wanting to win those tournaments so like that I could win his approval, but I never needed to win my dad's approval. That's the fall, as one might call it, false matrix or false programming.
Right. Right.
So I was literally trying to too contort, it wasn't natural. I mean, I love tennis, but you really have to practice so many times. For years, I was practicing certain strokes, all the drills. It wasn't something that was just inherently natural for me being myself, right? And so I developed this kind of identity thing where my whole life I played it out until really just the last couple of years where I thought I was just trying to always get it right for a partner in particular.
Right.
In romantic partnership, I was trying to get the ball inside the line. I was trying to get it right so that I wasn't looked at as being not doing it right or not being enough. And so there was always that kind of proving energy that took place, which ultimately is exhausting
Oh my gosh.
and defeating. And I would cry. I spent
Yeah.
so many times in relationship. I haven't cried in the last 2 years. Like on my own, I haven't had those big cries. So it's wild to witness. But yeah,
But
what
it's fascinating as I'm transitioning and completing a relationship right now that you said that in
Mm,
2 years, no one has broken your heart by not accepting or choosing you,
not at all.
right? So
Yeah,
it's like how many of us have been in relationships where we're just wanting approval, we're wanting to be chosen, and we're not choosing ourselves. That
well,
really like that's the juiciness in this equation
yep.
is
Ah,
I was looking for outside in to fix up all the holes that I thought I had, things that were not holy, right?
yeah.
Parts of me that are not holy. And it's truly, I am holy. I am full
Yes.
of holes. I am holy. And every hole of my being is holy and sacred and here to be revered and honored. And we can even go out to the outer limits of, you said the matrix of patriarchy
Yep.
and the masculine energy dominating, really being out of balance, not blaming
Whew.
anyone, but looking at how we as women have the opportunity to not blame. Because anytime I choose to be a victim, I'm perpetrating myself.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
Nobody's
giving our power
perpetrating.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That, and
literally give
that's,
our power away to that other person. We're
yep,
like, here, have all my power.
that's right. Or every time I blame even the patriarchy,
Hmm.
if I'm blaming the patriarchy, I'm just, for the sake of this conversation, I'm saying that this is something that there is a matriarchy and a patriarchy that is harmonizing right now. That is the God in the Godcast here. We are the harmony. We are harmonizing right here and now, recognizing that
Yes.
no matter how we distort or contort our own egoic self or sense of self, it is pure love in its entirety. It cannot be hurt, harmed, or endangered. And
That's
all
right.
we're doing right now is waking up and coming home to it.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything to it. It's
Right.
already pure in its agape love, unconditional state of being, waiting
Mm.
almost. I see it as, in the biblical scripture of like the prodigal son returns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it really is a turning within, a returning home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you want to share more on that? Well, I mean, I love that you're sharing that too, because we do have this perception of imperfection in inherent that we've inherited through all the lineages of that. For example, take a look at, Christianity. And again, all is welcomed here. There's the belief that we were imperfect, that
Right.
we were sinners, that we were not hitting the mark, that we were missing it, and that we needed God to send, his child to us that was walking in perfection. And then
Right.
everybody came to worship this being that, oh, that being, which they call Jesus, is walking in perfection, but the rest of us are not.
Right.
So you look at a planet of 8.4 whatever billion human beings, and most of the collective is in some sort of belief system that they are imperfect. And so then
Yeah.
what do? And it's a whole economy. The imperfection economy is inherent in much of religion. Again, nothing wrong with there's no one at fault. Religion is wonderful, and however someone chooses to be with it, all is welcomed in that
Yeah.
regard. And then you have like the fashion industry, right? Or the cosmetic surgery industry. I mean, I was again talk about I was wanting to be perfect, and so what did I do? I got breast implants. No, and my partner at the time wanted my nipples to be smaller. I mean, I'm getting real here. He literally,
Oh
the
my
doctor
gosh.
said, "Would you like to come in and would you like to say the size of her nipples that you would like?" Yeah,
Oh,
no,
bless your
no, this
heart.
is this is yeah. And so I had him come in and my nipples are smaller today because that was going to be more perfect for my partner at the time. And then I took it a step further and I got a tummy tuck. So I literally was cut from hip to hip, which I have a scar. My whole stomach was pulled up and they scraped out the fat to because I wanted to be perfect. I can't even tell you how much pain that was. It was excruciating. It's torturous. It's heinous. It really is awful. So these are the extents because I wanted to be wanted and chosen by that partner. And guess what? He still didn't. He
Right.
still didn't. I did all of that and I would beg. I would literally beg him to choose me and to want me and to desire me. And it became an affectionateless marriage. And
Yeah, isn't it interesting? I'm so
yeah,
sorry you went through that. I just
thank
really
you.
honor
Yeah.
and I mourn for you, that part of you
Mhm.
that felt, that said yes to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And I've
that,
spent a lot of time with her,
yeah,
loving and hugging and holding her. And like you were saying, I've placed my hands on my chest and heart and just called her in and said, "Sweetheart, I'm so sorry that you felt
yeah,
like you had to be in pain. uh, in order to be chosen, in order to be loved unconditionally, in order to be wanted or desired. I'm so sorry, So, yeah.
me too, me too. Um, it's so interesting as I'm completing a relationship, the programming, speaking to the programming of perfection, there is that inner voice that still shows up that says, what did I do wrong?
Oh, I know that
And
one
I'm
too.
like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, sister.
Yeah.
Let's unpack that for a minute. Mm. There are two people in a relationship. There were two people that consciously chose to be with one another and
Yeah.
do this dance in this particular way. And what if it was just like I'm not going to call it a divorce, I'm going to call it a graduation. What if it's truly just a learning of truth about my real self? And I have woken up and become sober to my God beauty
Yeah.
and that I choose me
Mm.
first.
Yeah.
So bless those little girls that did not choose themselves first. They did not
Oh
know how
yeah.
to. They did not have a society that shared that. Hey, choose yourself, choose yourself. I mean,
Oh
God bless this time
no.
we're in. There are so many podcasts and so many women out there who are taking a stand in the women's empowerment movement. Bless you all, sisters. I love you so much. And I love being part of this where we are standing on the shoulders of great goddesses and we are becoming the shoulders for other goddesses to stand on
Yes,
right
that's right.
now. That we
Yeah.
no longer have to choose this. We always get to choose ourselves. Even if we didn't choose ourselves, we get to choose ourselves now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's never too late, right? I think
Right.
that's a part of the messaging too, is it took me until about 55. I was
Right?
like, oh my God. And like you said, nobody shared that with me growing up. It was to the contrary of that. It was every movie was all about, oh my God, she got chosen. Yay.
Right?
Oh, she got chosen. She got chosen. And it was always that outward looking and seeking again from another human being that most likely never loved and accepted and embraced themselves in their totality and their humanity and divinity. And then we're looking at that other person going, please love this about me. Please accept this. Please choose
Yes.
this about me. And it's
Yes.
desperation. And again,
Yeah.
there's so much suffering in that.
Woo, woo. And here's the thing. Here's the wake up call, everyone. And
Yes.
this is
Here's
the
the
juice.
good news.
This is a good
Here's the
news.
juicy. This is the way in which we're juicing this one.
That's
Okay.
right.
Oh,
So
goddess.
in this moment, like wherever you are, wherever we are, right? In these conversations we're having in our head, because we're all having them, right? Whether we're waiting for a job or we're waiting for a man or a woman or we're waiting for whatever we're waiting for to finally feel our right with ourselves. Let's just take a deep breath right now together and choose to not wait for anything outside of ourselves, to give us permission to be our whole souled self. Let us know that we are choosing ourselves right now. We are making a decision in this moment that we are all completely aligned with our perfection, and that with every breath that we take, we are rising up ourselves. And as we rise up ourselves into our true nature, we take everyone with us. We take every sister with us, every little girl with us who is entering the planet right now. Every little girl that is being born right now, even every little boy, let's include us all, that we are choosing ourselves right now in our divinity because this is who we are. We're not waiting one day to rise up. We're choosing it today. Why not today? Absolutely, yes,
Today is
today.
the day. I mean, I love that beautiful transmission. Thank you, my
Yes.
sacred sister. And something that I've done with clients over the years is have them check in with God. Just
Right.
go direct to the source and say, God, am I imperfect in some way? Is there something about me that needs to be fixed or changed or improved? And what do you hear God say? And my clients would always giggle. They'd be like, "Oh my God."
Right?
Like such a revelation, because here's the deal, like you said, everything, 100% of everything, and I say this all the time, is only the invitation to remember our true nature and essence and to receive that wholly, fully, and completely through our heart, beingness, and soul. So, and that is the liberation that's always here for us in every breath, no matter what we're going through, whether it is a completion in a relationship or a graduation, whether it is, yeah, I've been here, whether it's bottoming out financially, whether it's being laid off from a job or with a client, whether it's being uncertain about where you're going to live or move to. I mean, any facet of life on this planet is always the invitation to remember the truth, because the truth, as it is said, shall always set us free.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's our birthright.
Yes. And the opportunity too to rename and reclaim and reframe the story we're telling. So as you were
That's
talking
it.
about relationships ending or waiting for a job or whatever we're waiting for to be different, it truly is in the proclamation and the declaration, I believe, that, and as I'm going through this transmutation, right? And it really is.
Yeah.
I am alchemizing myself right now. Whereas, do I choose to feel like I'm not enough, which is why this relationship is ending? I didn't do it right. I'm not pretty enough. I'm aging. What are the reasons why he's not choosing me? Um, what's going
I
to
know
become
that
of
one very
me?
well.
Am I going to be broke? And the story goes on, and it's in my head because
Hmm.
he's not saying this to me.
Right. Well, this is the collective, right? This,
Yeah,
this echoes through us all. And
right,
and so that's why we want to bring this forth so that we can bring it out into the air, bringing it
right.
out into the light and being that transmutation.
And so when those voices are coming up that are saying um, the errant thoughts, right? What we call Satan or evil, or they're the thoughts that come forward, the insecurities. The ego is like, no, I'm dying, something's going to be taken away. And we really think that's real. And there's an energy, right? So I give it thought and it becomes real. Thoughts become things. This is
Mhm.
the God in the Godcast. It's really important to really get this as a mystical master. We alchemize, we juice. That is a choice. That is our power, is to be able to look at a situation and decide to cut away all that extraneous bullshit, belief systems, BS. Let's
Yep.
cut away the BS right now. Is it
Yep.
absolutely true that I am not good enough? No. Is it absolutely true that I'm not lovable? No. Is it absolutely true that I'm not perfect, whole, and complete? No. Cut it away. Cut it away. Allow it, like, really check yourself before you wreck yourself, babe.
Yep.
And really, like you said,
Woo.
bring it out into the light. Say it out loud.
Yep.
I'm not good enough. Is that true? Is it absolutely true? Not, am I going to be left in poverty? Not, am I not loved? Not, and then we go into prove our lovableness.
Yeah.
And then we tell a new story. Gosh, I am so loved by all my sisters. Everyone is
So
praying for me,
true.
reaching into me, asking me how I'm doing, making dates with me, telling me how amazing I am, filling me up, and I am doing that for me. And that's
Absolutely.
and that's why I'm getting the mirror reflection. I'm
Hmm.
getting the reflection of what I'm doing for myself. So as I'm filling my own cup, the
Hmm.
world is reflecting to me from a mirror
Absolutely.
exactly what I believe about myself. And so here's the reframe that's really the opportunity.
Mm.
Uh, when I think about victim stuff, I dig the hole, I
Yep.
get in it, and then I'm buried.
Yep.
And then I'm like, how did I get here?
It's
Well,
really
I
hard to
put
breathe in
myself
there.
there. Yeah, I put myself there. Okay,
Ah, yep. Yep.
take your little spoon, your shovel, dig yourself out.
I
It's
got that
okay.
t-shirt many times over.
Yes.
Way
So
too
dig
many
yourself
t-shirts.
out. And here's the deal. Eventually you'll be like, nope, not
That's
burying
right.
myself anymore in the bullshit.
That's right. That's right. And we're here to absolutely anchor that in. We've anchored that in within ourselves and we every day. And then, and that's the space that we hold for other women as we
Yes.
navigate this together. So
Yes.
thank you, my sacred sister, as we begin to wind up. We're winding up as we,
I know we're
and
winding
this
up.
is,
This is
again, this
juicy.
is our absolute commitment in being here with each of you is to literally juice everything. Everything is juiceable and
Yes.
including this. So I'm so
Yeah.
grateful for this conversation and this exploration. I think it's really, really huge. And like you, for all the young ones, I have two great nieces, one who's 5 months soul love and Haven Rose, who is 7 years old. And, like it would just be my greatest legacy of love if they did not have to inherit any of
Right.
this, right? And they got to just simply and soulfully know their relationship direct to source direct with God, and that they are absolutely chosen, they're absolutely
Yes.
loved, they're
Yes.
absolutely lovable no matter what, and no need any longer to go into suffering, to go into proving, to seek acceptance outside of themselves, like wow, such liberation. So I'm excited, and
Absolutely. We're choosing. We are
yeah,
choosing and creating from this moment forward the life,
yeah,
the paradigm, the shape shifting for all women, for all men. It's really to be awake is such a gift and an honor, and it is being responsible,
yes,
able
that's
to
right.
respond
That's right.
from that centered place where although we're in a world that has a mass consciousness that supports the patriarchy, if you will,
Mm,
and we collaborate with it because we don't know, but now we do know. And
yes.
so we are literally shoveling out of the victimhood that we put ourselves in, that we didn't know we put ourselves in, but
Yeah.
now we know that we know. And then we have other
Mm,
sacred sisters that are saying, I'm holding space for each and every
yeah.
one of you to
Mm,
remember that
mm,
you began in perfection. You are perfection. There is
mm,
nothing that is needed. You have everything that you need right where you are. Believe that.
yes.
And believe, when I break it down, is be life. Be life. Be the life that you are, the unique life. You never have to be, you are not like anyone else. And the
Yeah,
world needs you
that's right.
uniquely as you, not to be like Barbie, not to be like that girl down the street that you just want to be so much like, or somebody in the industry of the movies or the fashion.
Yeah,
No, the world would miss out on such divinity within you.
yeah,
The
that's
world
right.
would
You
be
are free to be
so,
you.
yes. So
Yeah,
let's be brave together. Let's
yeah.
know that we're holding each other in spiritual alignment right now, that we are all rising. We're rising, we're sharing, we're expanding, and we're juicing the deliciousness of all the divine that is in each of us right now. And let's just be that.
And yes, let's. And if you do have a Miller moment where you notice something else going on, because we are on planet Earth, you
Yes.
can go, the Juicy Play this week. I would invite you to, yeah, if you are experiencing anything that's not feeling amazing, just to check in directly with God and just go, God, like show me how you see me, right? And allow
Yes.
yourself to receive that wholly and
Yes.
fully and completely in the absolute, as Christina said, the absolute perfection that you have always been. You came in this way. And I've always thought too, wow, what if we all treated each other like we do a newborn baby, right? And just
Oh
see
my
each other
gosh.
as the perfection that God sees us as. Imagine walking through life where you see the perfection within yourself so wholly, fully, and completely. You've owned it, you've claimed it, you have the relationship directly with God within and all around you. And then you become that mirror for others. And that's all you see in them, right? Is that absolute perfection and that purity of God. I mean,
Yeah.
wowie. Welcome to living in heaven while here
Yes,
on earth.
yes, yes. And your one juicy play that, from me is this week, I want you to go out into the world with God's eyes, whatever you call God, with God's eyes. And I want you to recognize everything as perfect, whole and
Yes.
complete. The person that cuts you off, the person and I want you to smile with so much love and
Mm,
just be the giver of the divine, because you are divine, I am divine. So really, in the giving we receive. So
yeah.
as you go and you look upon the world and anyone in your environment, everyone in your environment, with absolute love, so much. My
Mm,
heart's breaking, my relationship is completing, and I have a heart that is so open and willing to love till the very last breath of my life. And
yes.
make that your practice this week. Practice
Yes.
as much as you can remember. When you're
Yeah.
not feeling good, stop, take a
Mm,
breath,
right.
And think
exactly.
about the person in front of you. Maybe they need a prayer today and
Yeah.
give it.
Or a
Maybe an
smile.
ambulance goes by and
Yeah.
you just stop and say, God, just be with that ambulance and everyone in it in its perfection. I'm sending so much love. And
Yeah.
in the giving we receive.
Yeah. Amen to that. Amen to
Yes.
that. So, so beautiful to be with you.
Mhm.
And thank you all for being here. We love you. We see you. We hear you. We feel you. And thank you for getting juicy with us.
Yes. Yes. Until next week, a hui ho and stay juicy.